Today, we're going to analyze the fires in Santa Rosa, California. This is Coffee Park. I found this video on the internet. Someone did a drive-through and took a nice video for me to analyze. We're going to start with this car right here. Alright. Now, every car in this park is destroyed in exactly the same way. Alright. The insides are completely destroyed. All the glass just disappeared. And the outside of the car looks like it was sandblasted. And most of the rims are missing. You know, some of the steel rims are still intact. But if the rims aren't made of steel, they're completely gone. Now you have to ask yourself, a fire needs fuel to spread. You can see the completely flattened houses over here. But then it would need fuel to spread all the way over to this car. You don't see no char marks on the asphalt or the concrete. That tree is still intact, but yet this car is completely destroyed. This tree wouldn't even be there, and you would see char marks from here to from the flattened house over to here. It would have completely burned the tree down in the process of destroying the car in such a manner. Alright, let's move on. Let me make it full screen. You can see the flattened houses. The only thing that is left are steel objects. Looks like a couple of refrigerators, maybe a washer and a dryer. Let's move on. Alright, once again, we can see a car almost completely destroyed, sandblasted outside, destroyed inside, missing rims, missing glass, tree still intact, no char marks on a concrete. Let's move on. Look at this vehicle. The trailer was sandblasted. Tree still intact. Now this damage, you would say it was probably caused from this event. Because the paint job looks, like a fairly decent paint job. And it just doesn't seem like that. It could have been like this before. Whatever happened. Alright, let's move on. Look at that, burnt asphalt in the middle of nowhere. Let's move on. Four in a row. Cars sandblasted on the outside, completely destroyed on the inside, missing rims and glass, trees intact. Same MO. And you can see this vehicle is missing the back of it. Maybe that was made of a different material. Let's move on. Another missing back. Now I'm just going to let this play for a little while, so you can analyze. Another car in the middle of nowhere. No char marks on this guardrail. We have both of these vehicles. Sandblasted on the outside, completely destroyed on the inside. Alright, now let me explain the idea that I have of how directed energy weapons work, or whatever they use, some type of exotic weapon. Alright, so you have to ask yourself, okay, this weapon targeted all the wood in the house, but yet this tree is intact. Okay, well, we'll look at it this way. Every house, every wall stud, every floor joist and ceiling joist, they all have nails or screws in them, which are made of some type of steel. Now this weapon, this is just an idea I have. I really don't have any idea. I'm just going by what I see and how I think it would work. Now it has a seeking frequency. We'll just use the word frequency, for lack of a better term. Okay, this seeking frequency seeks out a certain material. In this case, it'll be steel, nails and the screws. Then it has, maybe a handful, of destructive frequencies. Now, the destructive frequencies seek out a certain material, and then it just turns the material to dust. And these destruction frequencies follow the seeking frequencies to the target. And then the field of this destruction goes beyond the target, probably out into the middle of the road. I'm just making a guess. So what happened, the house was completely flattened, the field spread beyond this vehicle. It skipped a tree because there's no steel in the tree. But the car is made of steel. There's a lot of steel in the car. So then it decided, there's my next target. So it destroyed the car. Sandblasted outside, completely destroyed inside. Missing glass, no rims. So that's how I think it works. I could be wrong. It's just my idea. This definitely was not a natural, fire caused by a natural reason. Some type of destructive weapon. All right. Now I want to let you watch the rest of the video. I might comment, I might not. This is a really good video. Very nice. Whoever took it did a very good job. Alright, let's move on. Look at that. Melted asphalt. No path to the destruction, to the heat, that normal fire. You know, a normal fire, you know, there's no fuel. Let's move on. You know, as you can see, every vehicle is destroyed in the same exact manner. Fires don't work that way, natural fires. You know, must have been a mailbox. You can see the charred sidewalk, but there's no path to this, whatever was, you know, whatever was destroyed. Just out, you know, just out in the middle of nowhere. Let's move on. And this video is 9 minutes and 13 seconds long. I'll just play it to the end. Awesome video. Download this video and analyze it for yourself. Now, you know, for those that can see, will know exactly what I'm talking about. The ones that cannot see will just come up with any excuse that goes along with their brainwashing to dismiss such discrepancies. It's really hard, you know, to try to tell the sleepers, you know, to try to give them this information. No matter how much information, data, proof that you provide, their brainwashing, you know, goes into effect, and it doesn't allow them to think outside of their brainwashing. It gets kind of frustrating sometimes. But you can see flattened houses, completely destroyed houses, no fuel path to the destroyed, you know, destroyed vehicles. Oddly split tree, street signs intact. The seeker frequency found the street sign, but there were no destructive materials. It's made out of steel, so it ignored all the street signs. Another missing back. Odd char mark in the middle of the road. I mean, this just defies all logic. Odd char, more odd charring. Street sign intact. And here, the final example. Another vehicle out in the middle of nowhere. No char marks, no tree, no fuel to burn from the flattened houses from here over to here. trees intact. These trees would be completely gone. There would be nothing but ash if the fire traveled from here to here. And if you don't find, that there's something wrong with this story, I just don't know what to say. I'm going to play the rest of the video, and I probably won't comment on any more of it. Watch it, analyze for yourself. At the end of the video, I'm going to show you a couple of images. I also have an aerial view that someone, with a drone took. And let me show you that after this. This is going to be a slightly drawn out video. I know the attention span of a lot of people, including myself, unless you're extremely interested in it, is pretty close to zero. Alright. Tree intact, trucks destroyed. Picnic table. It's an awesome video. Alright. Now, let me show you a couple of images. Okay, first you can see the destruction inside of the vehicle. You can see the rust marks. Alright, let's go to the next image. No glass. You don't see any glass anywhere. No shattered glass. So the glass didn't shatter. It was vaporized. You see any glass? I don't see any glass inside of this vehicle. All the glass was vaporized. And if you want to call it, if you want to call it that. Another vehicle, a van, out in the middle of nowhere. Where's the fuel path? It just decided, let me self-destruct. I want to destroy myself. And the car next to it. More proof. Alright, now let's look at the aerial video. It's another very nice video I found on the internet. You can see every house is flat and there's a lack of debris. But yet it seems like the trees are intact. Fires don't work this way. This is a short video. I'll just play it to the end, and I want to end my video. Definitely some type of exotic weapon was used. So, I'll bet you if you go into this rubble you'll find a lot of screws and nails. And you gotta ask yourself, why would they do this? That's something I have to look into. I have some ideas. Maybe it has something to do, with the, the farmland. And when everybody moved closer to the cities, easier to to control. This could be just, one aspect of their, their master plan. We'll start a bunch of fires. We'll just, we'll tell them they're fires. And, they won't know any better. They're in a coma. They won't see it. You can provide a mountain of evidence, and it won't even matter. Alright, well, that's it.